It's another hump day. It's a hump day after Thanksgiving. It's a happy hump day. It's a Wednesday. Hallelujah. This time last week, we were here talking about the attitude of gratitude. Perfect for the hump day before Thanksgiving. So much to connect with, remind ourselves about in terms of being in the happiest place within you, in terms of bringing yourself the happiness that you want. It's really important. Gratitude is my number one attitude. And I'm so thankful that I can be here with you this morning. Happy hump day. I'm Valerie Sheppard, coming to you live from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. Thank you so much for tuning in and for sharing, helping create a ripple effect of love and life, love and light, and life too. A happy, fulfilled, peaceful, joyful life is something that we all desire and deserve. So any way that you can contribute to that on the planet, well, just go right ahead and do it. So today, one of the topics that has come up today, this comes up a lot with my clients and especially with my young students, bless their hearts. This comes up a lot. And I talk about this in almost every talk I give. It's in my book. It's called Taking a Stand for Selfishness. And I feel like this is a perfect time of year to have this conversation because the holidays have quote unquote officially started. I heard on the radio yesterday some debate about, well, do they start right after Thanksgiving, like with the Black Friday hoo-ha? Or do they start on December 1st? When do the holidays start? And so there's some debate about it. A lot of people apparently say it's December 1st. So we're still a little bit before the holidays. So this is perfect timing to think about kind of how do you stay at your happiest place during this. So it can be very tumultuous. It can be emotionally draining. It can be bring up all kinds of historical connections to sadness, to lack and limitation, to fear. The holidays can be everything but happy for a lot of people, and little pockets of everything but happy, even mixed in with all the happy. So this idea of taking a stand for selfishness is part of my contribution to you, maybe shifting just a little bit of how you do you through the holidays to create more happiness, fulfillment, and success with whatever you have going on during this time. So, and I would encourage you to think about this. It's not just for the holidays. This is really all throughout the year. This will be a poignant time to think about it, but this is for, how we're looking for happiness on our birthdays and our anniversaries and other milestones where we're looking to other people. So like we spend a lot of time during the holidays ensuring that other people are happy and how am I getting the perfect gift? I used to sweat the perfect gift, and one of my favorite things was making the perfect bow on the top of their package that I'd spent so much time wrapping. And I wanted everyone to notice, of course. So we spend a lot of time on friends and family during this time of year ensuring that they're as happy and comforted and feel loved as they possibly can. And oftentimes we don't notice that we're doing the same thing. We're looking for their demonstration of how much they love us, and that is part of the foundation of how happy we are and how much happens that we really enjoy during the holidays. Hi there, thanks for joining. And so I'm offering that this healthy and responsible form of being a little more selfish can actually create the loving, fulfilled, happy experience that you're really looking for. So here's the problem. Like when I talk to my students about this, they are aghast. Like, oh my God, how can she tell us to be selfish? Most of us were trained, raised in conditioning that says that selfish is the root of all evil, sort of, so to speak. And even, I mean, when you look up dictionary definitions, the Encarta Dictionary, the World English Dictionary, dictionary.com, they all have definitions that I think support this perspective that people have that selfishness is a bad thing. And here's what I would offer you as a different way to perceive the concept of selfishness. So if you look at each of those definitions, dictionary.com, Encarta, etc., the thing that's in there that makes the sort of unhealthy, leaning toward narcissism problem with the concept of selfishness is that all of them carry this concept of exclusivity. So I'm caring about me instead of you. It's an either or zero-sum equation. I'm caring about what I want to the exclusion of what anyone else wants or needs. I'm caring about what I want, and I'm making you make that your priority too. So I'm my priority, and by God, you should be, I should be your priority as well. That's the problem. That's not what I'm talking about. So I want to take a deep breath because I know some of you are getting like, what on earth? So take a deep breath and just allow this to sink. What is a healthy and responsible form of selfishness? How does a healthy and responsible focus on the self? My needs, my wants, my feelings. How does that support me to be at my highest and best, open-hearted, receiving the world in an embrace of love and peace and compassion and tolerance and joy? You see, when our needs are met, we are a full cup that can overflow into other people's lives. The problem is when we look outside of ourselves to have those needs met, when we rely on other people to fill us up. So this healthy and responsible form of selfishness is about you being your own bestie first and foremost. You want to be a BFF to you. So here's my definition. Basing my choices on my needs, desires, and welfare without losing compassion for and interest in others. Ensuring that I know and value my true self first and foremost, so that I can know and value others at a deep level. You want to hear that again? Basing my choices on my needs, my desires, and my welfare first and foremost, without losing compassion for and interest in others, ensuring that I know, value, honor my true self so that I can know, honor, and value others at a deeper level. So you see this concept of I matter in my own life. I am responsible for me in my own life. I have the utmost responsibility for my healthiness, my happiness, for my thriving, without making it only or to the exclusion of other people, other things. This is a coexistence. This is a both and equation. I matter and you matter. I matter to me more than I should matter to you. It's great that you care for me. I love it. Boy, do I love receiving appreciation and care and concern and gratitude. And I get a lot. And thank you. I did a lot of this with my gratitude over Thanksgiving. And even in this moment, I'll reiterate, thank you for those people who have sheltered me, who have supported me, who have lifted me up who have contributed to my well-being, my financial well-being, my emotional well-being, my physiological well-being. The people who are my friends, my family, my loved ones. I'm so grateful for all of you. But let's be clear. None of you is more important to me than I am. The truth is, by taking care of myself and contributing the things that I believe I deserve, going ahead and giving them to myself and not making it your responsibility to make me happy, to make me feel loved, to make me feel seen, heard, or understood, to take responsibility for myself. That's the height of personal responsibility. That's also the place where the rubber meets the road. We teach others how to treat us by the way we treat ourselves. So there's a subconscious message going out in your vibration, in your actions, in your words. So I know where this comes from, right? We're conditioned to focus elsewhere. In the family structure, we're often conditioned to contribute to the family. Don't be so selfish. Can't you see the family needs this? Doing dishes, doing the laundry. And yeah, helping each other out is absolutely a joyful gift. It's a wonderful thing. And I was conditioned that way also. And I grew up with Star Trek. And who can forget Mr. Spock in The Wrath of Khan? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And so there are so many different ways that we are keeping this vigil for others at our own expense. We go to movies we don't want to see because we don't want to have a quote unquote conflict about which movie. Why don't you just go, both of you go to the movies you want to see and then meet up after the movie? Save a lot of money and a lot of, arguments after the movie. So I'm I'm suggesting that for this holiday season to be the best it can be, look for ways, I've got the hiccups, and I've had them for 2 days now. It's like on and off hiccups. I must be growing. Ha. Look for ways to give yourself what you need in the moment and not wait for other people to give that to you as the means for you to be happy. So if you really don't want to go on that walk or you don't want to go to that sale, take a break. Don't go. Find a way to create that connection with that person without necessarily abandoning and betraying your own heart and your own needs. There is no remedy for self-abandonment and self-betrayal, except that self forgives self and then self shifts focus to self. I'll say that again. There's no remedy for self-abandonment and self-betrayal except self-forgiveness and then a shift. You want your life to be different. So you want this holiday to be different. I'd like it to be fun and joyful and less stress and less angst and less. You've got to give that to yourself. It's okay to say to the bigger family, we're doing a smaller family holiday celebration this year. It's okay to say to everybody who wants you to come over to their house to say, you know what I need right now is a little bit of a contraction into a smaller space for my holidays. So I'm sending you love from afar. I'm going on a solo meditation retreat vacation in the Bahamas. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm hooked up. Let's go. It's okay to say, I matter in my own life. So I would suggest to you that if during the holiday season or any other time in your life that you want to focus on you and you're making this sort of idea that would be selfish, being an undesirable and a negative thing, a bad thing. Good people don't do that. I would encourage you to shift that thinking and open up your heart to the idea that selfishness is a form of self-love when it's done in a healthy and responsible way. And that in fact, not only is it a form of self-love, it's an essential posture. It's an essential way of being that keeps your heart more open more of the time. It's essential. It's simply saying, I'm what comes first, and all this other stuff comes when I've got my cup full. In my book, I say, I am resolved to be more selfish. And when I shift those letters around, I can say, I love self more than I used to. Being in love with yourself, having a healthy, loving relationship with you is the centerpiece of whatever you're creating out in the world. And so bringing your focus to what's bubbling up in here and what needs attention is the way that your life reflects the love and happiness that you want. So here's the question. You, as much as anyone else in your life, deserve your love and your attention. So if you're not choosing you, who are you choosing and why? And does that why need a little shift in order for your happiness equation to mushroom cloud into this big juicy effect? That's it for this Hump Day Happy Chat, sliding down into your holiday season. Look at how you can make you a real important part of whatever your plans are for this holiday season. I guarantee it will turn things into a much more peaceful and enjoyable thing for you. Many blessings. Happy Hump Day. Thanks for tuning in. Maybe brighten up someone else's day by sharing this Hump Day Happy Chat with them. And I'll see you next week. Same time, same Hump Day channel. Bye now. Okay, it's not ending. It's ending. Bye now.